He DJ tonight. I'm proud of him. Hey, y'all can throw some quarters. Quarter over there to the DJ. Say, you doing a good job. Yeah, so y'all show Verbally Beautiful some love. I'm gonna ask you to keep that same energy going because we get ready to bring up our feature. I like it. That is just a small frame. You got such a big car.
That's right.
That's true. No, I'm not being funny. Compared to me, okay, you got small.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's right. Neo-soul.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for the next poet?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for the feature?
Yeah.
So when I say Neo, you say soul. Neo.
Soul.
Neo.
Soul.
I say keep it, you say hot. Say keep it.
Hot.
Keep it.
Hot.
Neo-soul, we are bringing up Mr. Big Papa E.
Yeah.
3-time HBO. Yeah.
Poetry jam.
I was going to say.
She knows. She knows.
Over y'all the whole time. Now, look, I got to go to work in the morning. Shit. See, they messed you up. You stop and record. Stop. We're going to do this again. I'm just
Rewind.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, 3-time HBO poetry, deaf poetry. Didn't I say let me say it?
Rewind.
I'm gonna start slaying stuff. Anyway, say what? You say something too? What the hell? Neo-soul, y'all please put your hands together, please, for Big Papa E.
Give it up to the DJ, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, Big Papa E.
What's up, Big Papa?
Hey, how you doing, baby?
I'm alright.
We are kicking off a national tour. We're going to be gone for 2 months. We're going to hit like all kinds of poetry spots all over the Deep South. And then we're going to end at the National Poetry Slam in St. Paul. Yes, indeed. We've got like 27 gigs between now and then. And this is our last Austin area gig. So give it up, ladies and gentlemen. I'll introduce my tour partners in just a moment. Here's a new piece.
They suck anyway.
So sometimes you just have to call some people out, because if we don't call out each other, who's gonna call us out? It's up to us, you know what I'm saying? So this is a poem about that. Dear white people, you are embarrassing me. Dear white people, you are embarrassing me.
Rewind.
You stop doing stupid shit that makes me look bad.
Yeah.
For example, just because you like pad thai does not mean you are down with Asian cuisine. It's Asian culture. First off, there is more to a culture than its cuisine. And secondly, there's no such thing as Asian cuisine. There's Japanese, Vietnamese, Korean, Szechuan, Mandarin, Cantonese, Laotian, Cambodian, Sri Lankan, Indian, and they're all different. Saying you like Asian cuisine is like saying you like European cuisine. It doesn't mean anything. And if one more white dude gets wisdom tattooed on his body in kanji, I'ma shoot somebody. White people.
What?
Muslim does not mean terrorist. Just like Christian does not mean abortion doctor murderer.
Oh.
You can't judge an entire group of people by its most radical elements, so stop. And stop using the word ethnic to mean an ethnicity other than your own. And stop describing beautiful non-white women as exotic. Talking parrots are exotic. Beautiful women who are not white are just beautiful. Well, I'll rewind that shit. Why?
Rewind that
White people, stop fucking up! Just because you know all the lyrics to the theme song of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air does not mean you are down with hip-hop. Will Smith has yet to prove he's down with hip-hop. So name checking his punk ass will not help you. White people, stop. Stop altering the way you speak to mimic what you think or the slang and speech patterns of the person with whom you're talking. Yes, we can all tell when you've got a black person on your cell phone. It's the only time you use phrases like off the chain and what up, dog? I don't think black people even say those things anymore. And don't tell me you once had an interracial relationship as a means of proving you were open-minded. This is not 1961, Strom Thurmond. In 2010, we just called them relationships. And just because you fucked a black girl in college does not make you open-minded. It just means you know how to fuck, and that don't mean shit. And don't tell me you feel uncomfortable around black people because you got beat up by one. If I beat your ass right now, would you mistrust all short white poets who are kind of chubby but still kind of sexy? No! So get over it. White poets, stop trying to prove you are down with the struggle. The best way to prove you are not down with the struggle is to write a poem about how down you are with the struggle. In fact, never say the struggle again. Just because you can use the word revolution in a sentence does not make you part of one.
Oh!
And just because you write a poem making fun of other white people does not distance you. Well, God damn it, you got me doing it. White people, just fucking chill out and stop trying to prove yourself or apologize for shit and just live your life and speak your truth and do everything you can to empower others to do the same. If anyone demands more than that, tell them to fuck themselves. You don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself, and you need to do that shit in private. Peace. Gentlemen, I have the pleasure of bringing some new young guns out on tour with me. It is my great pleasure to introduce the first of those people. He came to us from Philadelphia, from the Philadelphia scene. He came to Austin, Texas, just to kind of visit, see what things were like. He found himself a home. He sold everything he owned. Moved here with no job, didn't know anything other than the fact that the Austin Poetry Slam is every Wednesday night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. K. Ruckus. Make some noise.
Normal. You say fat guy heaven? Is that what you just said?
Just making fun of your hat.
That's what I have that at. Both of y'all.
She's like, I'm going to have that hat at the base of my bed tonight.
So hey, I am from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. But I'm not a brother. So I left. This is a new poem.
New shit!
Oh, they did it! I didn't think they were gonna do it. Alright. It's actually a letter to a guy that really affected me in Austin. Cool. To To the guy who called me a faggot outside my favorite bar on 6th Street. Thank you. Here I was spending the last 24 years of my life believing I was straight. To think, every time I brushed the hair over my lover's ear and kissed her on the forehead was for nothing. All those text messages and phone calls and I love yous were just a waste of time. What a faggot I must be. I wear pink all the time. I treat women with respect. My iPod constantly shuffles Britney, Gaga, and Fall Out Boy. And to your dismay, I have no problem hugging my guy friend on the street when he's had the worst day ever. And let's not forget my voice. Effeminacy equals gay, right? I envy your ignorant bliss. How lucky you are to be able to categorize people so easily. And I do apologize I attacked your social norms. How rude of me to be so homosexual around you. It's lucky you didn't get too close. You may have even caught it. Besides, if you stopped to talk to me, you may have gotten to know me. Like, did you know that I'm secretly not gay? I just happen to be raised by a very strong mother and my sister, so I have a predisposition towards interior design. Did you know that I write? That I think writing a poem is the sexiest thing that a person can do? Did you know that I desperately want to find Miss Right and not Mr. Right Now? Did you know that I'm deathly terrified of E.T., the extraterrestrial with those creepy long light-up fingers? No? It's because you don't know a fucking thing about me except your preconceived notions of what I sleep with at night. It must be so hard for you around us subhumans who can't marry or adopt or serve in the military. I don't even know why they let us vote. Maybe we should only have 3/5 to 1. It's truly amazing how that one word you said sums up your decades of disgust and how your body language scared me. I will never forget the hatred in your eyes that night that brought me back to when I was a little kid and the first time I touched a hot iron and how I couldn't believe something hurt that bad and how much I fucking hated irons after that. And if you are the poster boy for heterosexuality and you set the bar for straight, I will gladly learn to piss glitter, happily changing my favorite color to rainbow to distance myself from people like you. Tell you what, let's settle it right now by making it easy. I will let you tattoo the word faggot over my forehead so you can tell the difference. But I get to tattoo the word bigot across yours. But leave mine some room for honesty, because right above, I want to put fucking awesome, and above yours, I want to put fucking stupid. I bet this can catch on. I bet we can all start being defined by the words that are on our foreheads instead of the words that are in our hearts. And if people like you weren't so concerned with sexual identity, mine could say something like poet, or fun, or fabulous. And if you weren't such a fucking coward, yours could say accepting, or decent, or human being. So, guy who called me a faggot outside my favorite bar on 6th Street. Thank you. You've cleared a lot of things up for me, but you're simply not my type. So, we are going on tour across the country. 27 gigs so far and counting in 2 months. That means we're going to be at a slam, run from the slam to the bus station, hop on a bus just to get there in time for the next slam for 2 months. You guys ever been on a Greyhound?
Yes.
Like for like a couple hours?
Yeah.
We're going to do it for 2 months. That's going to smell awesome. I'm so excited. So, there's one more guy that's going on tour with us we're going to bring up to the mic. His name is Lennon Simpson. Lennon is a Dallas native, and we're not going to hold that against him. He was very big in the Little Rock, Arkansas scene, but he's found a home in Austin, and he is the third in our trio of amazing poets going on tour. Lennon Simpson, everyone. Lennon Simpson.
Yeah.
So yeah, I grew up in Dallas. I got here as fast as I could, though. I hope you won't hold that against me too much.
Welcome to Neolin.
Thank you. Unlike most complicated things, breakups don't come with instruction manuals. So when I had to learn how to drown your memory, it was a messy process of trial and error, by which my trials and errors were replayed at the bottom of every bottle I emptied. See, rum?
Nice.
Only tempted me to call you back, so I tempered it with fists of Jack that I chased with 1 part loathing, 2-part self-pity, hoping this haze would blur your memory enough that I could remember the happy days as I tried to chase the taste of you from my tongue with so many shots. Each one 100 proofs that this time you really weren't coming back. And the skeletons of empty six-packs that lined my room only served to remind me of why you left in the first place. And I'm left trying to erase the taste of you with a bottle full of better days, placed squarely before me like a secondhand shot glass of spirits. And this shit isn't easy. Because I don't believe in fate, so I can't buy that you and me just weren't meant to be, but I see what you're trying to get at. We were more Molotov cocktail than martini, mixing a combustible combination of manic depression and just outright batshit insane. And we threw ourselves on each other, trying to burn something. But we were never really sure what that something was, but we caught fire anyway. And we burned bridges as quickly as we burned bed sheets, hoping we'd eventually find some combination of flame and fuel that wouldn't leave us both simply sifting through the ashes, looking for that something to hold on to. But all we found were broken bottles. And so we drank heavily, draining each other to the dregs and clinging to our empty glasses in a desperate attempt to contain the vapors of what we once were until you tabbed out. Left me drinking alone, hoping to extinguish these flames before there was nothing left but a pile of ashes no phoenix could rise from. And so I raise my glass daily, hoping that by the time I've reached the bottom, I'll have swallowed enough of my pride to finally say, I'm sorry.
Nice.
All right. So we got one more coming from Big Papa E. Big hands for Big Papa E. Yeah! One more, Big Papa E, go!
And make some noise for Lennon Simpson, ladies and gentlemen. It's cool. I'd like to do one more and have them do one more each. Is that cool? I just put together a brand new book of poems. New book? New book? New merch? It's called Pretty Girls Make Me Sad. I know. Ugly Girls Make Me Sad. It's just a different kind of sad. I say that before. I say that every time, and it works every time. But
Jokes make me sad.
speaking of this, we have a merch table. We need to buy bus tickets. What you can do is you buy a 2-month bus pass, and you can get on the bus as much as you want for 2 months. You just flash your pass and you get on, you go anywhere in the United States for 2 months. However, they cost $540 and we are short by quite a bit. So, if you would like to take, okay, how about this? If any of our words move you, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're ready to be moved. Now take the hand, put it deep in your pocket. This is where you support the art by supporting the artist. We can help you, we can empower you to do that. We got books and CDs, t-shirts and hats, everyth's $5, but if all you got's a hug, we will take 2. Here's a brand new piece I've never read outside of Austin. New shit! I'm just gonna pull out some old shit, like you would know. There's a poem called Wussy Boy. It's some new shit I just wrote. This is called The Word. So I'm on the phone with my grandma, and she asked me when was the last time I went to church. And I sigh, because I don't really want to debate the existence of God with her. She's 83. So instead, I tell her, Grandma, when you say church, I assume you mean going somewhere on a weekly basis to gather with a community of like-minded people who raise their voices as one and share ideas about life and death and everything in between. And if that's the case, Grandma, then I can proudly tell you that we go to church every Thursday night at the Neo-Soul Poetry Slam. A searching souls in the cathedral of spoken word called Club Illusion. My pastor is a sexy poet sister named Miss Jackson, and my organist is the one and only DJ Caplocks. At the slam, every poet's a preacher, ministering the gospel to congregations of the faithful. We come to praise the power of the word and its ability to pry apart the clenched fist of our hearts and empower us to wrestle the nameless demons in our bellies and imprison them in notebooks so we can own them and no longer be owned by them. We pass the tip jar hand to hand in the dark, gathering tithes, while poets share psalms from the pulpit of the stage, proffering poems as parables and sacrificing themselves to save our souls, while we anoint each other with whiskey, cigarettes, and passion. We don't buy our Bibles at the Bible store. We write our own scriptures and photocopy them at Kinko's, fold them in half and staple them and offer them as sacrament. We ask audiences to accept our words as their words, to place them upon their own tongues. For these pages are our bodies, these tears are our blood, and they have the power to heal. Everyone is welcome to preach their pain and sing their suffering, to shout their joys and weep and moan and gnash their teeth to a hip-hop beat. Redemption is granted to anyone with the courage to speak their truth, and the self-righteous among us who point heavenward to justify their bullshit are judged harshly by 5 randomly selected judges and thrown off the pulpit until the next slam. Our touring brethren and sisters spread the good news like missionaries in bars and coffee houses from coast to coast, transforming open mics into old-time tent revivals, inspiring audiences to leap to their feet and speak in tongues. Spit poets! Spit poets! Spit poets! We all have our crosses to bear. And the Poetry Slam is where we gather to shoulder that weight together for 3 minutes and 10 seconds at a time. There's silence at the end of the phone line. Then my redneck grandma clears her throat and says, "What in the hell are you talking about, son?" And I say, "Church, Grandma. I'm talking about my church." Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to once again bring back to the stage. You know him, you love him. His name is K to the K to the R to the U to the C to the K to the U to the K Ruckus. Make some noise for K Ruckus, ladies and gentlemen. That's how she talks too. What in the hell?
What in the hell are you doing? I would do my whole poem like that.
Hey. This is some old shit.
Old shit?
Yeah, they did it. It's awesome. It's awesome, guys. It's so interactive. It's I've been thinking a lot lately about the praying mantis. It's a very noble creature. I don't quite understand him though, because the male sacrifices himself to the female to be devoured after sex. And I don't understand sexual martyrdom. You can clap, go ahead. The ideal that one night with one woman could bear such fruit that it turns off my evolved sense of self-preservation? Until I met her. That one girl that I give my life for one night, and I see the whole thing happening now. The story unravels in my head as we have a glorious night, and she devours me. And there I am, standing up in front of St. Peter in the pearly gates. He looks down on me and inquires why I should be granted entrance to the holy kingdom of heaven. And me, with my customary post-coital goofy smirk, respectfully disagree. That's not heaven. Heaven was my fingertips. I mapped out every line of her body until I knew them like a little kid knows the bike paths in his neighborhood. Heaven was her scent, the way her skin and her hair let off pheromones left me unable to express myself through any means with stuttering. Heaven was our necks and our thighs and our chests as we pulled them into each other, hopelessly trying to find counterparts in one another. Heaven was me disregarding her hatred of affection and affecting her anyway. Heaven is my little Eskimo kisses on all her bruises, her body, soul, and ego. Heaven is me saying everything I usually keep bottled up, everything I know is going to turn her off, keeping everything I am inside me and saying it to her because tonight she's going to accept me. It's me pressing my lips to her ears and saying, I get it now, I can die a happy man. Fluffy clouds and harps and halos aren't paradise. Salvation was when we forgot the world together, when we shut out things like jobs and schools and insignificant others. When we let childish things like reality slip from our fingers, and the only thing we knew that night was that bedroom. That bedroom was truth. That bedroom was a universe unto itself. Our bodies were galaxies. Our hands were the restless rotating planets. Our mouths were suns. And this all culminated into a very big bang.
Rewind!
A very big bang. And then, in our sweaty recoil, we realized that reality was still out there. And most likely we weren't strong enough to keep it there and stay here. But still, stubborn smiles flew to our faces, a testament that we had a moment, a powerful moment where she felt completely worshipped and I all-encompassingly appreciated for the first time in both our lives. See, heaven was already the blood that furiously flowed through our veins that night. Heaven was the air that we greedily breathed in as we thought we might collapse from overstimulation. I don't want heaven, I'll say to St. Peter, because heaven is jealous of me. I'm a praying mantis. I am also painfully single, ladies.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies.
All the I can't do the dance. I can't do the dance.
What the fuck was that? Rewind!
That's how I dance.
I saw that shit on YouTube, except he was wearing a diaper.
Oh, I'm from the suburbs. I don't know. With that kid. Alright, one more time to the mic, our tour partner, Lennon Simpson.
Tall motherfucker.
So according to Facebook, I've got 572 friends. 572 people have clicked that button and confirmed that yes, indeed, me and that guy, we go back. No, we go way, way back. Like, see, we go back to bending coat hangers into antennas so we can catch the Goonies, so we can catch Cinemax while the Goonies were on a commercial break. See, we go back to up, down, left, right, A, B, start, select. We go back to Super Soaker shootouts and Nerf gun warfare. See, we go back to doing, we go back to grade school relationships and talking about what the best way to hold her hand in that cafeteria might really just be. And we go back to drinking IBC root beer during our first breakups because the bottles made it look real. We go back to doing BMX bike races down subdivision streets so that we could do power slides that made us look like Steve McQueen. And we go back to borrowing the family sedan so we could drive out to the big game and doing power slides that made us feel like Steve McQueen. And we go back to choosing colleges, not for their prestige, but because their proximity to each other would make it easy to go on weekend road trips. And we go back to that one time you did that one thing with that one girl in that one place, and I swore on her empty case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, I wouldn't tell a soul. Or more likely, we just go back to the same school. Our lockers might have been in the same hallway. We might have bumped into each other in the classroom looking for a place to sit down. We maybe played the name game during freshman orientation. Or hell, we probably even had a major together. And I wish that was all it took. Just a few shared experiences, a couple party pictures on Facebook, and damn, we're like family! But that's not even close. See, a friend, a true friend, is the type of person that's going to help you hide a body one time, no questions asked. It's more than just knowing our most embarrassing secrets. It's knowing which ones of those secrets are fair game for a laugh and which ones are absolutely, unequivocally off limits. And speaking of off limits, it's about knowing that no matter how drunk I get or how hot she may be, your sister is never, ever a good idea. And knowing that if I made that mistake, you'll go ahead and forgive me anyway. See, being a friend's more than going out for a couple of drinks after work. It's knowing that no matter how seedy this dive bar gets, how big those guys are, how much shit I've been talking to them, that you've got my back. No matter the odds, because that is just how we fucking roll. Being a friend is more than simply learning to look around each other's dark sides. It's knowing we can see each other at our absolute worst and still steadfastly refuse to believe it. Being a friend is more than simply being in the same place at the same time long enough for somebody to snap a photo. It's knowing no matter what time it is or where I'm going, I never have to go alone. Come on.
Yes.
Neo Soul, taking your picture, make some noise.
Yeah! Sharing your energy with us. We'll be over by the merch table. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Oh, baby. Baby. Hey, baby.